The NBA is on lookout watch because the Denver Nuggets have now won 7 of their last 8 games ever since Jamal Murray has come back from injury, and their young guys are starting to make an impact. Guys like Peyton Watson are starting to come on strong, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Julian Strawther starting to make an impact offensively. And of course, we know Christian Braun is that dude. They got the best duo in the NBA. I feel very confident. Of course, coming off of an NBA championship, there's not much you can say to dispute that. They are 7th in offensive rating, 11th in defensive rating, and 7th in the net rating. So they're not exactly elite in any categories, but the young guys are finally catching on. That is the big topic of today's video, the guys that we just showed you. Starting off with Christian Braun, who has been their 7th man. Reggie Jackson has actually stepped up and been their 6th man, and that has been a huge help for them. But Christian Braun has been the 7th man off the bench that can really shoot the 3 ball and can defend, really high energy guy. 8.4 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 1.8 assists in 20 minutes. Per 36, those are some pretty good numbers. He's shooting at 47% from the field, only shooting at 7 times a game, and only 2 times a game from 3. But he is shooting at 38%. That's almost 40%. So, pretty good three-point shooter, really good defender, really good high-energy guy. He's a great piece for this Nuggets squad. And then you got Peyton Watson, whose impact goes beyond the box score. Yes, he's only averaging about 6 points per game, about 2.5 rebounds and a block in 16 minutes. But you look at the per 36 numbers, you look at everything else, 2 blocks and a steal per 36. That's pretty nice. Really solid defender, really coming in to help ease the pain of losing a guy like Bruce Brown and Peyton Watson. He's only 21 years old, so he's only going to continue to get better and better, shooting at 53% from the field this year and 34% from 3. Next up, we've got Julian Strawther. Now, yes, he is a bit streaky. I mean, one night you'll look on there and he's his 6 threes in the first half, and then the next night you'll look on there and he's got 3 points, or as you're watching the game. But on the year, he's averaging 6 points, 1.6 rebounds, 38% from the field, 33% from 3 in 13 minutes. So maybe we see him continue to pick up more and more minutes down the stretch. Now, the biggest shock, in my opinion, for this Denver Nuggets team has been Reggie Jackson, who they got for nothing and has come in, and he didn't play much last year, but he's averaging 13.2 points, 4.5 assists, and 2.2 rebounds in the early first quarter of this season. And he's shooting at 49% from the field, 38% from 3. 71% from the free throw line doesn't make much sense, but, you know, you got to be slacking somewhere. 23 minutes per game for Reggie Jackson. That's pretty dang good for the 33-year-old. And if you are enjoying today's video at any point, make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. It'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if that is you, go ahead and change that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on here. Looking at, good luck stopping him. Jokic is putting up MVP numbers for the 4th consecutive season. Probably had a really good case to be the MVP last year, and they gave it to Embiid. 26.5 points a game, 12.3 rebounds, 9.2 assists. That is accounting for, hold on, let's do some quick math. Somewhere over 45 points a game, depending on threes or not. 55% shooting from the field, 33% from 3, and 1.2 steals, as well as 0.8 blocks for the super athletic interior defender. Now, can he win the MVP? I don't know. Embiid's putting up some crazy numbers. Giannis is putting up some crazy numbers. None of them have the assist numbers as the Joker. But, yeah, I don't know if he can go out and win that MVP. There's some pretty worthy candidates this year. But, hey, if you're the best team in the NBA, the best player has a pretty good case. Jamal Murray, 19.3 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. That's a pretty solid Jamal Murray stat line. 26 and 4, that's about normally what you get for him. But 47% from the field, 44% from 3 on 5.5 attempts in 30 minutes a game. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Jamal Murray, and of course, one of the best duos in the NBA. Now, let's talk about the supporting cast. Michael Porter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Aaron Gordon. We'll start with MPJ. On the year, he's their 3rd leading scorer. Continues to just be extremely efficient on shots that you should not be extremely efficient on. He continues to defy my imagination. 16.5 points, almost 8 rebounds a game, an assist and a half, so he's averaging over an assist per game on 40% shooting from the field, or from 3, 47% from the field. That's pretty elite. Aaron Gordon, on the other hand, one of the best defenders in the league because he can defend any position. 13.5 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 52% shooting from the field in 32 minutes a night. Another good season from Aaron Gordon, who is the perfect four-man beside Jokic, while Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is the perfect two-man beside Jokic. I mean, this roster just fits in together so perfectly, and with guys like Reggie Jackson, Christian Brown stepping up off the bench, it makes it even better. KCP, you see the numbers there, 42% from the three-point line. We'll take it all day long, as well as 1.5 steals a game. So, yeah, great supporting cast. That's the other three starters. Probably the best 3, 4, 5. I don't know. The Celtics have a pretty good starting lineup as well. But overall, they also have some veterans like DeAndre Jordan, who can give you an occasional 20 ball and then just go back to the bench randomly. But, do they make some trades here? The question is, because the bench, while yes, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, guys like that are coming on, Julian Strawther. Strawther's a rookie. Jalen Pickett, Hunter Tyson probably won't be ready till next year. So maybe you can use some picks there. You have a lot of picks in the future that you can use to potentially move around and get a decent level bench guy. It'll probably have to be under the second, or they're above the second apron, so it'll have to be like $13.5 million or less. So we'll see what happens there, but wouldn't rule out a trade being made at the deadline for the Nuggets. Looking at the standings here, they're sitting at number 2. They've, pulled out a bit of a comfortable lead over everybody else except for the Minnesota Timberwolves, but they are, 4.5 games back? Something like that. I don't really know how all that math works, but they're a win and 4 losses behind the Timberwolves, so some work to be done there. Looking at the outlook, their upcoming games, they've had one of the tougher schedules in the league, I believe, but they get Golden State today at 2:30. I might have to bet on that one. That'll be a good one. Then Memphis, Oklahoma City, Charlotte, Golden State again. So your next 5 games, 4 of them are at home. 2 of them are against 2 of the worst teams in the league. Oklahoma City will be tough, but I think you should take both against Golden State. Take the one against Charlotte and Memphis. We'll see about OKC, though. And then you got Orlando, Detroit, Utah, New Orleans, Indiana. So not a tough stretch at all coming on for the Denver Nuggets. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comment section below. This is still my favorite. They've been my favorite to win the NBA championship since 2 summers ago. They were my favorite last year. They were my favorite this year. I think it's going to happen. I don't think anybody can stop them whenever they're playing at full strength. Now, injuries, obviously, things can change, but we haven't even seen them at their full form yet, though, because Julian Strawther, guys like Hunter Tyson maybe can continue to come on towards the end of the year. And, of course, Nikola Jokic just makes everybody around him that much better. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. With all that being said, that is going to be it for today's video, however. Make sure to the like button and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy today's video at any point. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.